I never suspected my neighbor was stealing from me. It all started because I noticed something odd about my 5-gallon gas can. Every time I went to mow the lawn, the tank was nearly empty. But here's the thing, my lawnmower only has a 1-quart tank. There's no way I was using that much gas. I got suspicious. This was back in the late 90s, before security cameras were cheap and everywhere. So I did what I could. I set up a webcam from my laptop with motion detection software. And I caught him. 5 minutes after I left my house, he walked right into my backyard and grabbed the gas can. I had my proof. My neighbor was a thief. Now, I'm not usually a vengeful person, but this guy was stealing from me, and I needed him to stop. So I came up with a plan. For the next week, I did something unconventional. Every time I used the bathroom, I filled that gas can. With piss. Every single day. I kept filling it until the can was nearly full. The genius part? Gasoline floats on top of water and urine. So no matter how much I added, the smell of gas was always there on the surface. It completely masked what was really inside. I set up my cover. I made a big show of checking my car's fluids. I packed some bags. I made sure my neighbor saw me getting ready for a trip like I'd be gone for a while. Then I left. But not for long. I came back after about an hour, had some car trouble, you know? And there he was, in his front yard, desperately pulling on his lawnmower's starter rope, over and over. His face was bright red, sweat pouring down. He was pulling so hard it looked like he was going to give himself a stroke. Then he got in his car and drove a few blocks up the road. And it just broke down. Stopped completely. I checked my patio. The gas can was empty. But here's the thing that wasn't the real revenge. That was just the beginning. See, my neighbor wasn't just a thief. He was a piece of crap in every way. He had other secrets. He had arrest warrants. Multiple ones. The cops were looking for him. I knew this because I had a friend who worked at the sheriff's department. He mentioned something about a ride-along program where regular citizens can ride along with deputies for a shift. They do background checks on everyone who applies. They check for warrants, criminal history, everything. So I filled out an application. In his name. The funny part? He had handed me a gas station application one day and asked me to drop it off for him. He was too lazy to do it himself. So I had all his information. His real information. His address, his ID number, everything. 2 weeks later, I got a call. The sheriff's office was looking for him. Turns out when they ran his background check, they found arrest warrants. He got arrested. He didn't even realize what happened. His family moved out. I never saw him again. Was it wrong? Maybe. But he was stealing from me, and he had a warrant for his arrest anyway. I just helped the system work. The perfect revenge doesn't always require violence or destruction.